Amy, good morning. Brian Smagala, good morning. It's like you're like Tim trying to fight with your camera. Good morning again, Bilo.
Hello.
Good to see you, Mr. Grellner. Renee, good morning again. Man of the hour, Mr. Pitts. Excited to hear your presentation this morning for sure.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, buddy. Jeff, good morning. Cecile, I got your message. So if you get out, I'll be looking for you to get back in until Pitts goes into presentation mode. Mr. Cruz, good morning. Great one. Good morning. Matt, good to see you. Good morning. Brandy, you didn't give us your trademark when you got on, but good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right. I can't get my Friday started, Brandy, without you saying good morning. So we're ready to rock and roll. All right. Good morning, everybody. Glad you guys are here. Again, you guys could be anywhere on the planet, but you guys decided to be with us and we appreciate it. So before we get too far into this, you guys will see it on Slack. The company makes a big deal about this. I know last year we had an opportunity, I think we had about 8 to 10 people that went to the Dream Center last year. For those of you guys that don't know, and I don't know why you would know, but my undergrad's in social work and psychology. So I love giving back. I love donating. I love volunteering and doing all that stuff. And if you've never been to the Dream Center, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. What the Dream Center does, I think there's a couple of them across the country, but what the Dream Center does is, especially in LA, one of the biggest homeless populations in the country is in the east side of Los Angeles. And they facilitate with education programs, drug rehabilitation, stuff for kids, single mom, like you name it. If somebody needs the help, the Dream Center doesn't turn anybody away, and it's completely free. So it's ran by donations and all those other things. Well, every year they have this, it's called Kicks for Kids. And last year, FFL did a great job and spectacular job of getting tennis shoes to kids and those kind of things. So I'll post it on Slack if you guys are so inclined. Nobody's checking it, tracking it, anything like that. If you're so inclined to donate, please do. I'll throw this out there as well. Walmart has what's called an in-kind coordinator. And whether it's for this or something else, because I know all of us have different things we probably give throughout the year, but they have what's called an in-kind coordinator. Every Walmart in the country has an in-kind coordinator. So you can call their store, ask for their in-kind coordinator, and say, hey, I'm with Family First Life. We're partnered with the Dream Center for what they have. It's called Kicks for Kids. Do you guys have any access shoes or anything like that that you guys can donate? A lot of the times they do, because stuff goes in and out of season. They just have stuff sitting in their warehouse. And if you ask, a lot of the time, they'll say, where do you want us to ship it? Or can you pick it up and take it yourself? So if some of you guys are inclined to do that, that would be great. So just want to let you guys know that when you're seeing that, if you're scrolling through Slack and you see that, like, what the heck is that? That's what it is. Dreamcenter.org, if you guys are interested in looking up Dream Center or looking that up. And also we'll put the link out there as well. And then also, which I'm going to put up here when we go through recognition, they have I think it's the summer convention. Of course, we went last year, me, Tim, Amy, Mark, a bunch of us, I think Renee, there's a bunch of us there last year. Great event. Tim and I had the good opportunity. We got to speak there last year. Just a lot of fun hearing Pastor Mark and that kind of stuff. It's a great time. So if you guys can go, June 12th, Kicks for Kids is June 13th. All right, good news. Pitt, since you're speaking today, we'll let you go first. You get a chance to rest your voice. The floor is yours.
Hold on. Okay, just trying to turn my video. Well, my voice won't get a chance to rest today because our church has been in convention all week. So, but pretty decent week. Still excited about what Brandy and Charisma getting their stuff together. Brandy got her awarded her 1,000 leads from the company from Sean Mike, so she got those I think yesterday. So excited to see how that turns out, and just continuing to get traction up for us to go ahead and do some great things this month. So go ahead, buddy. I'm a little tired, but
no, I get it. I know why you're tired.
Been a long week.
I understand. Renee, thanks, Pitts.
So it was, I was super busy this week, so I didn't write a lot of business, but thankfully I had one policy that really filled up my week for me. It couldn't have come at a better time. I've been busy, literally back-to-back meetings and whatnot. I'm just signed my lease on my new office, and I'm looking forward to bigger and better things with that, and looking into some financing options and whatnot to help the business get started off right. And I'm excited to, do some more on the recruiting front so that we can, build this thing better, faster. And, everybody is really putting in a lot of effort. I'm proud of what the whole team has been doing, and I look forward to what's to come. I think it's only going to be great things from here.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Renee. Congratulations again on your office and your week, by the way. Mark.
Good news. Lots of things to talk about, but team-wise, spent a lot of time this week working with some agents, had a few in the office, trying to get them up to speed on a few things. Tim and I had a good meeting with the local agency yesterday that may bear some fruit down the road. Excited about that. And then one big thing, I don't know how many people were on the Velocity call yesterday, but guys, the opportunity we have with the new markets we're going to be rolling out are amazing, especially on the recruiting standpoint. I see an opportunity to really focus on recruiting licensed agents and bringing them over and showing them a whole new world. A lot of us already know that on the life side, but now with the supplement side, I'm not from that world, but apparently this opportunity is unlike anything else that's out there for folks in the sup world, the Aflac folks. Corey, you can probably expand on that, but that really opened my eyes yesterday on the Velocity call to see what kind of a recruiting opportunity we have to bring people over to really change their life as an agent. So for sure, all the new stuff coming on.
Awesome. And Cigna, Mark's referring to Cigna. You guys are going to start to see more information with that. Was able to get text yesterday from our senior leadership that was passed down to our leadership team, and more to come with that, with Medicare, of course, the Cigna being able to offer just some of the things that they do too. So that's coming down the pipe very soon. Thanks, Mark. Last, certainly not least, Bilo, you can still hear us. I know you're driving. Good news.
Yeah, man. Great week, and big shout out to Renee. Another fantastic week, and just the momentum, everything keeps rolling. New information's coming out, like Mark was saying. Just some good stuff coming out, guys, and really, just here's. I'm just so fired up about where we're at and where things are going. Excited for Josh down there in Alabama taking the bull by the horn and doing what he's supposed to do. And guys, just as I like to say, plastic surgery won't take the smile off my face. So anyway, folks, man, great week. Looking forward to a great weekend, and keep this thing going and just steady growing. So anyway, back to you, my man.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it. Amy, anything administrative or anything that you wanted to relay out to the team for now? I know something will pop up if not. All right, we appreciate you. Thank you. Guys, you guys are starting to see all the stuff come in for ILC. They're finally getting it together. Gateway, if you guys haven't had an opportunity to go out there, it is on our website. It is pretty awesome. April 30th, just, a little patience. Everything's supposed to be updated in there. So all of your numbers, your team's numbers, all of that information will be out there. You can go out and take a look. And it's supposed to be as real time can get. You'll be able to have access to that 24/7 like you do now. The other part of that is we've been posting this for probably a year now, that make sure you're putting your codes in there. Make sure you're entering your information there. We post it every single day, and that day has come, right? If your stuff is not accurate inside of the gateway system, HCMS, some of the other things that are coming, your pay is going to be affected. Make sure you're minding your business and you're making sure that all the codes that you can put in there are in there. Okay. Ask for you again. I'm sure home offices would be that pat me on the back for saying this, but we just need your patience. Obviously, you guys are very patient with some of the stuff that's going on, but anytime you have system integrations and those kind of things, stuff happens. If something does happen on your system or it's not right, just notify us. We'll get the information up to home office quickly as we possibly can. But if it's happening to you, it's probably happening at someone else, or they're beta testing it. Let's see, from that perspective, is there anything else that the rest of you guys had good news that you'd like to share? We want to give you guys a platform as well before we move into recognition and then Gregory. All right, we'll keep this ship moving forward. So what we'll do, we'll have, I guess the direction we're moving in is we'll have our speaker, and then at the end, anybody that wants to stand for recognition can. So that's what we'll do moving forward. So Gregory, I'm going to give you the hosting here. And guys, what Gregory's going to be talking about is something that he is, in my opinion, an expert at. And that is not only asking for referrals, but actually working the referrals. And more importantly, I love doing this with beneficiaries, especially if they're local, is reaching out to those beneficiaries and how to use those beneficiaries to write business and protect them as well. So Gregory, you have the hosting and the floor is yours, my friend.
Woo, woo, woo. Well, good morning, everybody. Had to get myself pumped up. It's been a long week. Our church, like I said, has been in convention since last Sunday. Every day, 2 services, one at 1 o'clock and one at 7 o'clock. So just a little
Breakdown.
So about maybe 3 weeks ago, Tim, I always call him Tim Dog. Tim did a training on referrals. What a great way to be able to add to your opportunity to get in front of people. We talk about leads, calling leads, the different types of leads, mail drops, the CRM, instance, all of those good things. But the key to being successful is getting in front of as many people as possible to let them know about the opportunities that we offer, right? So then Tim gave the great training on referrals. I am huge on referrals. Anybody who knows me knows that. I'm huge on that. Sometimes you'll get a referral. Sometimes you won't. We always say it's about 50%, but you won't get any if you don't ask, right? But how about being able to get one that is probably 90 to 100% of the time that you can get that referral, to be able to add somebody to be able to talk to? We call those beneficiary referrals. A little history on that. There's a gentleman I used to work with at the practice company. In 8 months' time, and this is a person who wrote a lot of business. So this isn't somebody who just wrote on it. This guy wrote 5,000 to 10,000 every week at our practice company. This young man, with the beneficiary system using that, for 8 straight months, he was 100% in getting referrals from beneficiaries. So if somebody is for a long period of time has that higher percentage of being successful getting referrals, so more people to talk to, hey, how do we do it, right? So I took some notes. I'm going to share the screen. I took some notes just for me, but I'm going to share the screen. If it doesn't make sense to you, hopefully I can be able to explain that out to you. So let me share my screen really quick. All right.
We can see it, Gregory.
All right, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, beneficiary referrals. Okay, so like I said, beneficiary referral is probably the best referral because in every life insurance company, you're going to at least ask for one referral, right? So since we have to ask for that, we know we got to get that. Why not see how we can make that beneficial to us? So, and it's just as easy as this. So you're writing a policy already. You're already into it. We've done all of the other great training stuff that we have talked to, prospected, called them, got the appointment, went over there, gave a great presentation, all of that great stuff. They said, yes, I want this policy. We start to get information. Mr. Owens, who would you like to be your beneficiary? Now, probably 100% of the time, if Mr. Owens or Mrs. Owens is married, who are they going to say? Their spouse. Fantastic. Put down Mrs. Owens there, make sure I spell her name right. Great. Now, Mr. Owens, because you and your spouse live in the same house, the likelihood of something unexpected happening to you, to the both of you, is very high. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. You driving together, you're in the same house together, you take walks together, you go grocery shopping together, all of those good, most of the time you're spending together, right? Yes. So therefore, I need the names of 2 contingent beneficiaries that do not live with you. Okay, so you're giving them a great explanation. It makes sense. Boom, they give you 2 names. Okay, well, give me my son, Joe, and my daughter, Brenda. Fantastic. Now, we want to let them know why the beneficiary is important, because if something happens to you, your beneficiary can contact the insurance company, let them know the information, find out what they need to do to make a claim, all of that good stuff. And I learned a lot of this at the practice company. But what I really like here with FFL, or what we do now in life insurance is not just about dying, but we have some great benefits. What if the person doesn't die? We have the living benefits, right? So if the person has a chronic, a terminal, or a critical illness where they can't contact the insurance company and they do qualify for those benefits, who is the best person to call? The beneficiary. Also, beneficiary, and this is, I don't know if anybody has ever had to put in a claim, a death help a client get through a death claim. Insurance company, you can be the son, but if you're not the beneficiary on that policy, they don't have to talk to you. So this is why it's so important as well. The beneficiary is the person who is probably the most responsible. Many times we talk to our clients and they say, yeah, I got 3 kids, but I want to put it in Corey's name. That's my responsible child, right? He's going to make sure everything is taken care of, right? And so, you want to make sure of that. So, and then once I get the benefit, they give me the benefit. Okay, I have the spouse name, Mrs. Owens. I have the 2 beneficiaries. I have Joe and Brenda. Okay, great. Now, Mr. Owens, can you let them know that I'm going to be contacting them in the next 24 hours? In fact, if I'm calling them, like right now, and here in Atlanta, it's about 9:20. If I'm talking to them at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, I'm going to be calling them around 6 o'clock. What time do they get off work? Or they get around 5:30. So they maybe should be home when there's Atlanta traffic, maybe around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Yeah. Can you let them know I'll probably be calling them around 7:15 tonight? I want to contact them as soon as possible to get this ball rolling. Okay. Now, I know I'm kind of going a little fast. Any questions before I go to the next part? All right, cool. So now I contact the beneficiary. When I call them, if they answer, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Owens. This is Gregory, Family First Life. Your son, Bruce, listed you as a beneficiary on his life insurance policy. As a courtesy, I'd like to schedule a meeting with you to discuss your rights and responsibilities as the beneficiary. What's a good time to meet? Now, thinking about that, think about all the people that we call and some of them hang up on us, Just think about, is this a higher intent call? Is this a higher intent opportunity to get in front of somebody? Of course it is. This is somebody that they know. This is a good reason to call them. It is a good reason, right? Rights and responsibilities, letting them know that they're the beneficiary. Boom. If they don't answer, I'll leave a message. Good evening, Mr. Owens. This is Gregory, Family First Life. Your son, Bruce, listed you as a beneficiary on his life policy. I need to speak with you as soon as possible. Can you please give me a call back? Boom. Do you think they're going to call you back? Of course. Because one, they're thinking, has anything happened? What's wrong? And then again, it's a beneficiary. All the information they can get. All right. Next, we have you set up whenever you get in contact with them. You let them. You set up the meeting. You can do it on Zoom. You can do it in person. You can do it over the phone. Whichever is best for you. Why this is so important? Because when I get there, I want to introduce myself to them. I want them to know if anything happens, you need to contact me. You need to contact the company. So now they have a contact person. They know that the insurance company, they're not looking around, okay, well, is it Americo? Is it Farmers? Is it Great? Whoever, they know, they have this information. So I'm going to give them, of course, my name, business card, give them some information about the company. Give them a brochure from Mutual of Omaha, give them a pen, give them, something that they'll have that they'll know when anything happens. Let me call this person. Let me call that Gregory guy, that insurance guy. Or let me call Mutual of Omaha. And then while I'm there, I'm going to give them some information on the policy. I don't want to tell them about how much the premium is. Oh yeah, your dad got $100,000 policy. And if they ask me that question, talk to your dad about that. He'll give you all that information on there. I want to just let you know what the benefits. If it's a guaranteed issue, if it's a term policy, if it's final expense, I want to let them know what that is. I want to let them know about the living benefits on there. So if anything happens, so it's not just if your dad dies, if he had a stroke, if he had developed cancer, if he had a terminal illness, if he got so ill where he couldn't, if you had to help him get him in and out of the bed, there are benefits for that. We can get up to 80%, up to 75% of the policy face value while he's still living, while he's in that injured state. That's something they need to know that they wouldn't even know. They're thinking, okay, well, if he dies, we get this. Now there's more information with them. And then I let them know, and this part right here, the rights and responsibilities, I put down a couple of things, but I wanted to ask for you guys' participation on this. What would you say are some rights and responsibilities that a beneficiary would have? So I put down, one right is to be able to contact the insurance company if the client becomes sick, injured, or they die. So can you guys help me out a little bit? What would you think would be a right, another right that a beneficiary would have that a non-beneficiary would not have? Anybody?
Just being able to find out what the benefit is, being able to ask the insurance company questions, getting the death certificate from the funeral home, etc.
Yeah. Knowing and being able to ask how much is the benefit on there? You know, what is this base? So you know what you're working with when you're getting ready to contact the funeral home. Or does my dad qualify? I know when I talked to that Gregory guy before, he was talking about, you know, if he gets hurt or sick or something like that. Well, he fell down the steps. He's been in the hospital for. Does that qualify? You know, I would rather they call me and ask me those questions if something happens than to guess or their dad loses out on the benefit that they could have had. Okay, so this is something that they need to know, right? Anybody else can think of anything?
Dude, that sound as a pound. I mean, this is good stuff. Now, here's a question I got, and you all tell me if this would work or not. Gregory, killer freaking job here, man. I'm excited. So, Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica, NLG, and a lot of these other companies, you can actually, and this is what I do. When I do a policy for somebody, I go in there and I save that policy on my computer. What's your guys' thoughts about printing that copy off? And when you go to sit down with the beneficiary, say, hey, here is the policy. Let me highlight it here, the living benefits, so on and so forth. These are the important parts. Again, it's making it a big deal, you know, and leave that with them with a nice folder as well. I don't know, just a thought.
I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. And as long as what Gregory, you hit on, Gregory, you had me nodding my head over here like crazy because everything you're saying is spot on. This stuff can seem kind of dry, but this is the stuff that will drive your business to being almost straight referral in a year. Because if you sit down with four families from a beneficiary standpoint, most of these people are going to call you back. Because if you leave the message like Gregory said, they're probably going to think something's wrong, but you want to create that intrigue so that they do call you back because this is important. Everybody's got an expiration, and that family member or that person, if you will, left that person in charge, if you will, when they pass away. And some people, I'm telling you guys, they don't know it. I guarantee a lot of people don't know that their kids have left them as the beneficiary. They think maybe they left it with their parent or whatever the case is. Gregory, not to step on your feet, but so I had a guy call. He's called about, I was just telling Tim this morning. I've had a guy call multiple times that's on our team, and he keeps asking about contingent beneficiary. He thinks that a contingent beneficiary is somebody that is, let's say you have a married couple and you have two people listed. You have a married couple and they have two kids, or a single person and they have two kids, and you make kid A 50%, kid B 50%. Those are just beneficiaries, and I use just slightly. But what a contingent beneficiary is a husband and wife, and then the husband lists the wife as his beneficiary, and then a kid as the contingent, and the wife lists the husband as a beneficiary and the kid as a contingent. Well, if mom and dad both died in an auto accident, that's when the contingent comes into play. And I guarantee you half you guys on here probably have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. If you can, at all possible, you should be putting contingent beneficiaries on your form. That is only going to come into play if that beneficiary passes away at the same time. So if you don't get anything else out of today, please do that and explain that to people, because 98% of insurance professionals are not putting contingent beneficiaries on their forms. I guarantee it.
And can I add to that, Corey?
Yeah, please do. Yep.
You know, guys, you can have, and again, this is awesome, and it's got my head spinning. You have somebody who I mean, I'm going to do this with every one of them, really break it down. But the point is, say a older gentleman, wife has passed away, or the spouse has passed away, and that family, oh, they know dad's got a life insurance policy or something like that. But what they don't understand is, oh, by the way, like Gregory was saying, oh, there's living benefits here. You know, if they don't know that, and say the dad had a stroke or the mom had a stroke, how are they going to communicate that? But because you did what you were supposed to do, and talked about the living benefits, that can help the family out financially.
Yep. And that is this whole, you guys hit that nail right on the head. This is why this is so important.
Hey, Gregory.
Yeah. Huh?
We'll throw one more at you. You shouldn't have opened this up between me and Tim. We'll talk your face off. Here's another one, guys. If the family member, and all of us have heard these stories before, where the family member dad got the policy, took it, stuck it in the kitchen drawer, right? And that's where it stayed. Family passes away. I don't know if you guys saw did any of you guys see my text 2 days ago? And you guys see that? What happened? I was texting through old leads that I had called through. Just scroll back. I think it was Wednesday. I was texting through old leads that I called through, and somebody responded and said she passed away. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I screenshotted it. I know you guys get sick of Slack, but that just happened the other day, where I was texting, trying to get through leads and all that kind of stuff, and the person had already passed away. And I'd reached out to this lady 6 times. But even better than that, guess what? If that person passes away and you didn't call the beneficiary, how are they going to know who to call? And I'm going to just go ahead and put this out there. It's what it is. When they pass away, if you had a conversation with that beneficiary and you told them, hey, save me in your phone as Gregory Life, you're not going to remember, but you'll remember life or life insurance. When your family member passes away, they've left you in charge. You call me, I'm going to help you with everything. Think about that experience. I've had 2 death claims this year, and I've handled everything, and it's turned into 1 referral. And not selfishly, I just did what I said I was going to do, because every single one of us tells our clients when we leave there, if you need something, call me. I guarantee you half of us on this call have never called a beneficiary. So this is a great way to pick up business. And Gregory, as Tim said, you're knocking it out of the park. I'll be quiet now.
No, but I mean, all of that is, and I'm glad you guys brought that up, because that gets us all thinking about that. You got to get a beneficiary anyway. You cannot complete the policy without getting a beneficiary. Why not extend your business and your care for this family? And I always say this: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Think about every time that you sat with somebody, the one who said, I'm not buying anything, they're getting ready to hang up on you, they're cussing, and then you start showing them that you care, and you're able to get them taken care of. This is what this is all about. When people find out that you care about them. Responsibilities. You have and this is something we're sitting down and I'm telling them this. You tell them this. Your responsibility is, if something happens to your loved one, you have to contact the company. The company doesn't know. I had a lady when I was at my practice company. She canceled her policy. She wasn't one of my clients before, but when I went there, and Corey knows how this works at this company, you get everybody's leads over and over again. So when I went to see her, the lady canceled the policy because she said she got hurt and nobody sent her any money. And I was like, well, ma'am, did you call her? You guys should have known that. Well, how would we know? Nobody would know if you don't put a claim in. And I mean, she adamantly kicked me out of her house. And her husband came outside and walked me to the car and apologized for it. But you, son, daughter, whoever you are, beneficiary, your family member listed you as a beneficiary because they felt that you were going to be responsible and take care of their affairs if anything happened to them. So you have a responsibility. Call the insurance company if something happens. Call me if something happens. Because think about it. When someone is going through that loss, we're not really thinking. If anyone has had a loss, and I'm sure we all have had a loss in our family, loved ones, or whatever, you're not thinking straight. Everything is just going crazy. Why have one more burden put upon you trying to figure out how we're going to take care of their final affairs, right? Contact them. You have the responsibility to provide the documents, the death certificate, any hospital paperwork, any other information that needs to be maybe the funeral director's information. I worked with two families since I've been in life insurance, contacting the funeral home so the funeral home can get in contact with the life insurance company to see how much the policy is worth, so they can work with it. And sometimes the insurance company claim check doesn't get there before the funeral, but if the funeral home knows that there is a check coming, they will work with you in some cases to get that taken care of because they know that money's coming, right? So it's our responsibility to get all of those things, your responsibility as the beneficiary to get all of that information going and let the client know, these are some of the things that they're going to, is this person going to be responsible for doing that? Okay, great. Get all that information in. So and you go over all of this good stuff with them. And then at the end, also, as a courtesy, I just want to make sure that your policies are good. I got all this information for your dad, your mom, your loved one, and all of this, just how their policy is set up. I just need to make sure that your policy is great. And sometimes they'll be talking to you, but dang, do I have the benefits with mine? Go get your policy. Let's take a look at it. Boom, right there. Another opportunity, an easy opportunity right there. Well, I already got insurance. Okay, well, I'm right here right now. Let's take a look at it to make sure that you have everything that you need taken care of. Okay, go get it, look it over, and there goes your expertise as insurance agents to be able to see what they have. I heard Ryan talking about some good stuff earlier today. We're helping a client with some of their insurance needs that already had some coverage. There you go. All your stuff works that way. I was going to say too. Man, I forgot now. Well, I'm thinking about it. Does anyone have any questions on this? It's a pretty simple, it's a pretty easy meeting, and it's a very necessary meeting. We do a lot of things on the front end, but here is some care right here. Now, guess what? You get the couple beneficiaries and you go see them. They see that you do care. Now, guess what they start doing? They start sending you beneficiaries. My last 2 weeks, I would say only 25% of my cover. I wrote 4,000 this week, and I forgot what I wrote, maybe 5,000 last week. Only about 25% of that was actual leads. The rest of it was referrals. So, I can't think. It was one more thing I was going to say, Corey. I can't think of what it was. But does anybody have any questions on this?
It's good. Good stuff. Gregory, thanks. Your trainings are always spot on. You always knock them out of the park, and much appreciated. If you'll give me back hosting, I would appreciate it.
Yep.
Hey, quick question.
Any questions for Gregory? Yep. Tim, go ahead.
Hey, that thing that you had put up there, because I'm driving down the road, I wasn't able to screenshot it. Is there any way to get that?
Yeah, I'll send it to I can send it to Corey. I mean, it's just notes, so it's not in any great format. It's just some notes, and on there, I'll send it to Corey, and he can put it on Slack, or if anybody wants it. No problem. Not a problem at all.
You send it to me. I'll send it to Amy. Amy will PDF it. I'll put it on Slack.
Yeah.
That's how that'll go.
Yep.
Thanks, Greg. Okay, I see. I just got hosting back. So,
Yes,
guys, again, just a quick note here for those of you guys that are wanting to recruit. I know we have about 15 or so people on there. I just want a reminder, because I know sometimes you guys see the stuff and it looks the same. Next Wednesday, we'll have a representative from KO Recruiting that will be on. They're very inexpensive. I'm looking at doing some stuff with them there here in the next couple of months to speed up my recruiting, to do my part there. But next Wednesday, I just wanted to put that out there. It's already been put out there, but we'll continue to put it out there for next week's recruiting and onboarding meeting. Didn't want to forget that. Gregory, another absolutely outstanding job. Appreciate you pouring into us today. If you'll get that information to Amy and I, we'll get it PDF'd. Amy will get it PDF'd and we'll get it out to you. So now's the recognition portion of our meeting. For those of you guys that would like to stay, one of my favorite parts of the meeting, other than the training, go over what you guys did for the prior week. And as Tim said, we'll continue to kick butt and take names. So obviously we talked about 8CMS and the new gateway. So I need to update this slide, but it is now Gateway. But obviously entering all your stuff in there to make sure you get paid and get paid properly. We've had several people sign up for the new, for the next level, which will be our fourth one, which is crazy that we're getting ready to have our fourth one be held here in St. Louis. There are only 8 spots left. We've had several people sign up, and guys, once it's closed up, it's closed because we only have so much room. So that's, we got that. That will be sponsored by John Hancock, who will be taking us to dinner, which I thought was very nice of Jeff, but we do write a lot of business with them. I already mentioned the Kicks for Kids. I mean, I just can't say it enough. It's an awesome, awesome program that they do. And it's an awesome thing that the Dream Center does, dreamcenter.org. I will also put the link and continue to put the link all the way up through June 12th. So you guys will see that on Slack every single day. The day after that, as you guys can see, June 13th, is the summer sales seminar. If you've never been to an FFL seminar, it's pretty cool. You know, the event and how they do it and the trainers, and it's just not the same people coming up and training. You'll have people that just started here a month ago. You know, they came out in May and wrote $50,000, and they'll talk about what they've done, and you can go and learn, you know, from people that are doing things that maybe you want to do. But other than that, it's a great experience to see the Dream Center and see what they do and how they do it. I highly recommend it. If you've never been to the Dream Center, I highly recommend you go and attend. That's June 12th for Kicks for Kids. June 13th is the summer seminar. Mondays and Thursdays are dial days. I'll let you, yesterday, I think the max number of people that I saw in there was like 15 or 16, which is weird. People say they want the help's provided, and nobody shows up. So it's kind of weird. But Mondays and Thursdays are dial days. FFLdials.com. You can get on there and hear some of the top people in the country. You know, Robbie Wells, just some of the other people that are on there that do a fantastic job. You can ask them questions, hear what they're saying on the phone, hear their objections, etc. Monday is the new agent training, and I think they're updating that right now with just additional information, more trainers and all that. If you're new, that's a great meeting to be on because you can ask some of the questions you might not want to ask on these meetings because you feel silly or which you shouldn't. You know, those kind of things, lead strategy, etc. Wednesday is our recruiting meeting. And as you can see, Jennifer will be on Wednesday talking about KO recruiting. They work with several FFL agencies and just wanted to get some new blood or some new excitement on the recruiting call. We typically have 15 or so people on there that want to build a business, and this is a quicker way to do so. And then, of course, the Thursday meeting, the Velocity team meeting that you heard Mark mention a few moments ago, and of course, our meeting today. Strings, we have 9 folks that are on strings. So Josh Sullivan, 3 weeks. Gregory Pitts, 3 weeks. Brian Sagala, 9 weeks, creeping closer to that 13-week quarter mark. Way to go there, Brian. Paul Zimney, 16 weeks in a row. Ryan, 18 weeks in a row. Christy Polsak, 29 weeks in a row. It's absolutely incredible what you guys are doing. Renee just stepped over the, that's my fault, Renee, that's not updated. I know you're at 53 weeks now. Congratulations. Amy, I know you did your job and it is updated. So that's my fault. I apologize. And then, of course, Tim and Mark have increased their weeks as well. So congratulations to everybody, the 9 of us that are on strings right now. In reference to our numbers from last week, in reference to Genesis worldwide on down, 42,808, 31 families protected. We got Mr. Dorner there at 466, Christy Polsak at 916, 1 family protected. Brian Smagala continues to hit the board every week at 1,034. The great one at 1,074. Ed Marin, $1,118, 2 families protected. PZ at 1,379. Siri Kersey at 1,465. Sheila down there in Texas, 1,700 straight up. Great job by her. Josh Sullivan just continues to crush this thing, still on his string at 2,264. Talon up there in Rockford gets on the board, helping 3 families at 2,804. Mr. Valet, 3559, our agent of the month, just continues to get stronger and stronger every single week. So congratulations for cracking the top 5 again, Ryan. Mr. Pitts, $4,147. Awesome week. Just talked about referrals. And like he said, mentioned most of his business he wrote last week was off of referrals. Heck of a week, Gregory. And then here we go again. Always in the top 3, Mr. Below, $6,573. 3 families protected. Another fantastic week, Tim. And then, of course, the boss, if you will, Renee, $14,309, 5 families protected on what she calls an off week. So Renee, I'll take half of your off week every week. Congratulations to you. Congratulations on the office. Fantastic week, girl. 14,309. I'll say it again. 5 families protected. Fantastic week.
Woo-hoo!
Oh yeah, there's our top 5, which you guys saw us post on Slack. So congratulations to you guys that are in the top 5 again. This list will continue to get bigger, better, and stronger. In reference to our full numbers for last week, 21 total producers, 56 families protected for a total of $66,359 and some change for last week. I believe this is off as well because I don't think I copied it from yesterday, but you guys will see Amy post it on a daily basis. In reference to wanted to bring this up because on April 30th, I'll try to pull the information off of the new system. So most of that stuff, you guys leadership, I don't believe you'll get IP reports probably the first part of June. Everything will be in the new gateway, which is pretty cool. Monthly bonus, Renee bonus last month with over $32,000 of issue paid business. So she got a $500 bonus. Renee, hope you didn't spend that all in one place. 40,000 to 750 all the way up to $6,000 bonus. And believe it or not, guys, we have people that hit that every single month. So we talk about every week. Americo pays an 8% bonus. We do not force or shove people to Americo. If it makes the most sense, write it. If it doesn't, don't. 45,000 with Americo gets you an 8% bonus. CBO 50 continuation payment protector or payment protector straight up gets you an additional 25% bump on your bonus. Anybody have any questions before we wrap this guy up? Perfect. That's a calendar which we post. And again, I'm going to continue to post this out there. This goes right in line with Gregory was talking about today with getting referrals. And we'll train on this again coming up here in the very near future. So does anybody have any questions about anything that we have going on, anything new that's coming out, anything with Gateway, anything with Cigna, MedSups, any of that stuff that's coming? All right.
Hey,
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, PZ.
Hey, real quick. So I haven't done that HCMS update, but I'm gonna do that this morning. What's the basic protocol for accomplishing that easily?
Just go in. All you have to do is just make sure your agent codes are in there. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
For each carrier?
So with HCMS, Amy, you want to answer this? You want me to do it? Unless you're being attacked right now.
Go ahead. I'll chime in if I need to.
Okay. So basically, guys, HCMS, you just need to make sure that your specific carriers are in there. The carriers that you are pulling this up, just to make sure I get this right. When you originally get set up, obviously you go into Insurance Bay, you do Americo, AIG, and Moo, which you guys know the next level onboarding is coming soon. So people will be able to come on, get those 3 carriers within 24 hours. They're still beta testing that. That's coming. But in HCMS, you've applied for AmAm, Aetna, John Hancock, Transamerica, Foresters, and Great Western. I don't believe I missed any. Those you need to make sure that are in HCMS. Amy, anything else that I missed that needs to be added to HCMS?
No, there should be about 10 with Prosperity included. The 3 from Insurance Bay, the 6 from HCMS, and then Prosperity. Annuities, NLG, North American, those don't get added.
Yeah. That makes sense, Paul?
Yep.
Great.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. If you have anything, just Slack us. We're happy. Slack Amy and I, between the both of us, we put our heads together. We make sure we get you the right information. Anybody else have any questions about anything specific before we let you guys go? Get you guys out of here earlier today. Love those maps, Ryan. All right, guys. We appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for being on Weekend Warrior Time. Congratulations again on another solid week, and appreciate all you guys do. Take care, guys. Be good.
Bye, guys.